Okay. So, what's up, guys? Young Ace Bush here. Shout out to all my ninjas and keynoiches. Now, today, we are reacting to a new virus called the coronavirus, I believe. Now, I was at work today, just came into work, and I noticed there were a lot of ethnic people, mostly anyway, buying like masks, and and usually people that buy masks are like constructors or whatever. If I'm even saying that right, I'm like, I don't know, but they were buying all these masks, and I'm like, why are they buying all these masks? Why is this so popular right now? And there was a certain customer that came in here looking for a certain kind of mask, and one of my coworkers was like, why do they need that certain mask, whatever, and I'm just like, typical customers, they're just picky. After work, I see on my YouTube that there is something called a coronavirus. Now, with this virus, I guess, supposedly, I'm not sure, don't know everything about it, that it is almost like a flu virus. And from where it originated, I'm not sure, but I know it was originally in China, supposedly, I'm not sure. And it's actually spreading around the world and going to foreign countries. From what they said, it has been spread to 22 countries. 56 people have already died from this virus, and over 2,000 people have been affected by this. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to start ordering my mask, and I'm going to get some from work and start running it around. I don't care if they're getting me in trouble for it. What? I'm not trying to get sick. I'm not trying to have this happen. And people that are in China are allowed to leave, so they're bringing the virus out and spreading it. But people that are in China and live and also are residents in China are not allowed to leave China. It is bordered in. So, without further ado, let's just get right to the
China's
video.
health commission is warning the ability of the deadly coronavirus to spread is getting stronger. It comes as the number of people infected by the new virus has jumped to nearly 2,000. That's a 50% increase on the previous statistic. 56 people have died so far.
He said it's a 50% increase. This is stuff that needs to go viral. This is the stuff that we need to be hearing. Like this.
Researchers are also warning about the risks of the virus mutating.
And based on the
Mutating
knowledge we now have, this is a emerging and new disease. The knowledge we have is quite limited. We are not very clear about the source of the disease and the
China says it is unclear about the risk of virus mutating. What is it going to mutate into? If it's a flu virus, which was almost like the Black Plague and almost wiped out all of the white race from there to where this is happening, this right here is, man.
And the infections are not entirely under our control. So based on the changes and the involvement of the infections, we would enhance our preparedness to respond to the possible changes of the infections.
Well, this latest development follows President Xi Jinping's warning that the country faces a grave situation. Authorities are now warning that the virus is contagious during its incubation period. That is different from the SARS virus. And that virus, SARS, killed more than 800 viruses, anything from 1 to 14 days. China's health commission insists it will be taking more measures to curb the spread of coronavirus, but hasn't yet outlined specific details. They have, though, banned the sale of wildlife in markets and restaurants, although it hasn't been confirmed that is how the virus crossed into humans. Many people believe it happened through snakes. Well, this is the effect the current quarantine is having in Wuhan. That's the city at the centre of the outbreak. Officials preventing people from leaving or entering. It seems that most of the population is staying indoors. Our correspondent Steve McDonald is in Lunyang, having just visited Hubei province, close to the exclusion zone.
Yeah, and there's nobody
Well, it's
outside.
still in a pretty dire state. I mean, hospitals are calling for donations from people in terms of face masks.
That's ridiculous.
The provincial government has ordered millions of face masks, so somewhere they're churning them out on the production line.
Bruh.
Special military medical teams have arrived to
they're
bolster
asking for face
the
masks,
local
they're
teams and
running
also
out.
teams from Shanghai. But the problem is just so huge, and the lockdown area, if you could call it that, is getting wider and wider. Now, so where we are...
Okay, this is what I don't understand, all right? People that are visiting China are able to leave. Now, if it is this type of dire virus, why are they letting people leave? If anything, you need to stay in China regardless of what's going on, and they need to lock everything down. Like, okay, everybody, people have jobs and all this other stuff. If it is something this serious, doesn't matter what job you have, they should understand to where that person has to stay there until everything is completely okay. And if, you're living in a hotel or something like that, they should extend that or give out certain type of sheltering, very good sheltering. That's why they can figure out what's going on and how to stop this virus.
We're just across the border from Hubei in Henan, but this is also a place with very much at the heart of this.
Excuse me. China warns virus is contagious during incubation period. What does that mean?
Emergency. All of these cars are either from this small city or they've had to pass a screening point to enter. Cities right along this border area in the region are doing similar things. In some smaller villages and towns, they've just taken it upon themselves to say anybody who's an outsider who doesn't live there can't come in. So they're just kind of locking down the village and deciding we're going to, as a group, ride this out and don't let any outsiders out. Sort of an effective self-quarantine protective zone.
China
and the government in Beijing, given the extent of this problem, is considering much more drastic measures. Hundreds of thousands of people left Hubei before that transport lockdown was in place. Some of them were sick, seeking treatment, so they've gone to Shanghai, Beijing and other places seeking treatment. Now imagine they're taking the virus with them. That means the problem has also moved elsewhere. And so we could also see in the big cities of like Shanghai, Beijing, transport lockdowns in place there. They're already talking about preventing some transport arriving at the Chinese capital. Now,
the death toll is 56. It has reached, the virus has reached 2,000 people. Now, that's an estimate. If you think about it, that's only an estimate. Imagine the people that are not going to the hospital. That number can be risen. People that have died, that have not let other people know, bruh, this is ridiculous.
That hasn't happened yet. But again, it just shows how seriously the authorities are taking this.
In 13
and
cities.
Their preparedness to take much more drastic steps to try and control this problem.
Steve McDonald reporting that.
Okay. So there was another video that I seen, this one right here. The coronavirus in China. There's this one. That was the first one that I watched. But I wanted to watch that one with you guys. Just because it's going to let you guys know. Now that right there is something that's scary. It is really scary. Because if that grows past 50%, like, bro, you got to think about that. 50% is a lot. That is a lot. And the fact that it's only 2,000 people that's there in China, it can be a lot other places. Now, this one will give you a lot more information on it. People, if you are out there and you're sick or you're not sick, or you know people that are sick, or you have a workplace or something that's going on, wear a mask. If your job allows it, if you're, you want to keep going about your business and you want to walk around with a mask, wear a mask, man, because this is something that's super serious. And it's so crazy that when I see on social media, I just seen somebody tweet somebody saying, first it's World War III, now it's people turning into zombies. And it's like, is this what they were talking about? But please be aware of what's going on. Please be aware. So this is Ace Hayabusa. Shout out to all my ninjas and Kinoichis. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button down below. Assassinate that like button for anybody that's a ninja or Kinoichi. And if you are not, press that subscribe button. Like I said, if you guys want to miss any of this coolness, hit that like bell that's right over there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, positivity. I'm outie.